webinar and hit go live there as well. And we are live. Please refresh the page. I'm just going to type that in the chat, refresh the page. Now, everyone here, could you just let us know when you can see us and hear us? Again, everyone here, could you just let us know when you can see us and hear us? Now, I ask this because I actually had a terrible experience once upon a time. Katie, have I ever told you about this?
No, what happened?
Well, it was one of my first ever webinars, and I thought everything was going so well. And then I went back into the chat after 5 minutes, and everyone was saying, like, your screen is broken, you're using the wrong microphone.
It's like a webinar nightmare.
I know, but it looks like everyone can see and hear us. So I'll just introduce ourselves. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Katie.
And thank you so much for joining us today. Now, some of you were already doing this in the chat, but can you just type in where you are tuning in from? Just let us know where you are tuning in from. Because we get people, we get people in this chat from all over the world, from 4 or 5, even 6 different continents. So let us know where you're tuning in from so that we can welcome you. And we're over here in New York City.
Chilly New York City.
Very chilly.
We've already got people saying Ross from Lisbon, Maryland, Seattle, USA, Dallas, Texas, New York as well, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Toronto, Houston, Delaware, New Zealand, Portugal, Kansas City, Dorset, England, Atlanta, Chicago, Phoenix, California, France. It's moving pretty quickly. Manchester, Istanbul,
Abu Dhabi, New Zealand. Thank you for joining us very early.
Mexico, Indiana,
Sydney, Australia.
Oh wow!
Someone else tuning in very early.
Very early. Malta, Istanbul.
And someone says from the moon. All right. So we have people worldwide as well as outside the world. So thank you so much. No, people from Belgium. That's awesome. My family is Belgian. Bienvenue à tous. So in any case, it's 2:02 p.m. here in New York City. So Katie, do you think we've given those last minute stragglers enough time to come in?
I think we have. And someone's just come in from Egypt as well.
Oh, very cool.
Exciting.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to share my screen with everyone. Share my screen. And now you are just going to hear probably squeaking noise as I adjust my microphone. And then finally, I just need to launch my keynote. And again, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this week's workshop. Now, the full name of this workshop is How to Create Your Own Online School and Online Courses This Week Using Teachable. But we like to call this the Quick Start webinar because this is the place to learn how to get your school started quickly. Now, we're going to take that learning curve and we're going to bend it a bit for you. We're going to take this whole process and show you just how easy it can be. You excited? Well, I am too. So let's get started. Now, you're obviously here with us today for a reason. You're here because you're interested in online courses and what you can do with them. But you should be asking other important questions here, like who is this webinar built for? Who did we have in mind when we created it? And who's going to benefit the most from what we're discussing today? Well, first and foremost, if you love standing in parking lots with your hand on your hip looking very sassy in sunglasses, then this training will be perfect for you. But seriously, if you've heard of online courses and you think that they might be a great way to monetize your knowledge or expertise, or if you're interested in building your audience or brand online, then this training is going to be perfect for you. Next, if you're somebody who already has a business, whether that's online or offline, and you're looking for a way to expand this business with online training, then this webinar will be perfect for you. Now, online courses are a fantastic way to scale your business, to improve your engagement, add a new revenue stream, and I'll walk you through exactly how you can do this. Now, finally, if you're already an expert, if you already have an online course somewhere, and you're looking for a platform that will help you make more money, work more efficiently, and provide a better experience for your students, then this webinar is going to be perfect for you. Now, before I go any further, just a quick tech tip for everyone in the audience. If you're seeing anything be blurry or hard to read or out of focus, there's a very easy fix. Just mouse over the video, click the gear icon on the bottom right, and then change the resolution to 720p HD. Again, if you're seeing anything in this presentation be blurry, all you need to do is mouse over the video, click the gear on the bottom right, and change the resolution to 720p HD, and everything should be crystal clear. Now, at this point, I would like to make two promises to everyone watching this webinar today. Now, the first is that in the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can create and sell your own online courses using Teachable. Now, that doesn't sound like that much time, but you haven't seen just how easy Teachable is. Now, in fact, the demo itself will only take me about 25 minutes to build an entire course. That's how quickly this process can go. The second promise that I'm going to make is that this webinar will be completely upfront and transparent. No tricks, no gimmicks, no surprise sales pitches. Now, I respect you and I respect your time and attention. And that's why I'll tell you right now that at the end of the webinar, there will be an opportunity to sign up. But it's not mandatory and all the information is free. Now, I wanted to tell you this in advance so that you don't feel like I'm surprising you with a sales pitch at the end. You've given us your time today, and we wanted to respect that. Now, if you're anything like me, when you come to a webinar like this, you want to know exactly what you're getting into. You want to know what the game plan is, what we'll be covering, or in teacher terms, what's on the syllabus. So first and foremost, there's going to be a live demo showing exactly how you can use Teachable to create your own online courses. Then we're going to talk about something incredibly important. How Teachable isn't just the easiest way to build your online courses, it's the easiest way to actually start making money from them. It takes about 10 seconds to set up payments in Teachable. No messing around, no fuss, no adding bank accounts. It just works. I'll show you exactly how. After that, we're going to talk about how you can do this all today. Now, the main word in that sentence is today, because creating an online course, well, that sounds like a big project. Something that you should tackle later, something that you should work on next week or get around to soon sometime. It's really tempting to put it off if you don't know how easy it is. I'll show you how simple this can really be. And finally, we'll be going over some real-life case studies of regular people and small businesses who have used Teachable to generate thousands of dollars in monthly course sales from their first online courses, even if they didn't have a massive audience. I'm serious when I say regular people. These were folks who wrote blogs, had YouTube channels, put out ebooks, had a podcast, or owned a small business, and they found Teachable was the platform to unlock their success. Now, just a heads up, you're really going to want to take some notes. Now, I know it's 2017 and we're surrounded by gadgets and gizmos, but it's been scientifically proven that writing something down by hand is the best way to remember it. So look around you, grab a pen and paper, and jot down some notes. You will not regret it. Oh, and like I mentioned, there's going to be a special offer at the end of the webinar today for everyone who joins us, but more on that later. Now, before I go any further, I've got a quick poll for everyone in the chat. Just let me know the answer to this question. Who here has created an online course using Teachable? If you have, give me a yes. If you haven't, give me a no. If you feel like saying maybe, you can say that too. This helps me tailor the webinar to you. If I see mostly no's, I'll spend more time on the basics. If I see more yeses, I'll spend more time on the advanced stuff. So Katie, are you starting to see the answers come in? Are people giving their opinions?
Oh yeah, they're coming in thick and fast. We've got Dan saying yes, Mel saying no, Eric saying no, Julie no, Rob no, William no, Steve no, George no, Jonah no, Suzanne yes, Robin no. So we've got a real mixture here of mainly no's, but a few sprinkles of yeses as well.
All right, thank you so much, Katie. So I'm based off of those answers, mostly no's, but a few yeses. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend most of the time at the beginning going over the basics, but I'll leave plenty of time at the end for going over the advanced tips and tricks. And now, what you've all been waiting for. It's time to meet your presenters. Hey everyone, that's me over on the right. I'm Cameron. I'm the head of sales here at Teachable, but I got started on our customer care team, which means I've helped everyone from individual entrepreneurs to large businesses get started teaching online. And on the left, we have the incredible, the unstoppable, the indomitable Katie.
Thank you. I could get used to that a lot. Hi guys, I'm Katie Scott and I'm the account manager here at Teachable. So I work with our enterprise clients. I'll be in the chat, so feel free to let me know what questions you have. Thanks.
All right, cool. Now, speaking of creating courses, I hope you didn't put away your keyboards because I have another question for everyone watching. What ideas do you have for course topics? Let me know in the chat. Now, when I first started at Teachable, I thought that the only thing people taught online was computer science. But now that I've been here a while, I've seen people teach everything from A to Z, literally from astrology to zoology. It seems like you can teach anything online. Katie, are you seeing some cool answers in the chat? Anyone going to be teaching something cool?
Oh yeah, we've got baking and organizing, social media marketing, crowdfunding, immigration law, handicraft, history, parenting, chemistry, wire wrapping, physics, maths, management, training the trainer. Awesome. Urban agriculture, personal development. Wow, we've got loads here. Motivational meditation. Incredible. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone. Those are some really cool topics. I know that I would definitely get a lot out of your courses. Now, what's exciting to everyone here on the Teachable team, like I'm getting at, is that we have so many types of people and courses on the platform. Now, this includes the big names, people like Pat Flynn and Seth Godin, New York Times best-selling authors. But the most exciting part of this to everyone here at Teachable HQ is that the people getting the best results are regular people. People like you, people teaching card magic or watercolor painting, or this guy. His name is Alan Perlman, and he attended one of these webinars. Now, a few weeks later, he launched the course he had been meaning to build for ages about how to get certified as a drone pilot. Now, it had been something on his to-do list for a long time, but when he found Teachable, he was able to get it up and running faster than he thought possible. So the best part was that he has scaled his Teachable business to multiple six figures and left his day job. Now, these are my favorite stories, seeing people come to a webinar, learn what's possible, and then achieve it. Now, at this point, who wants to see what your school on Teachable could look like? I'm going to show you some of those case studies that I mentioned earlier so that you know what's possible. Let me know in the chat. I love seeing some enthusiasm. Give me a yes, a ya, si, oui, da, hi, or a yes with multiple exclamation points. I love the enthusiasm here because it shows me that everyone is still with me and that people are excited to learn. That's the best part of this job, seeing so many people from around the world all here and excited to learn something new. All right. Katie, are you seeing the answers come in?
They are coming thick and fast. We've got to be saying yes, yes. Robin saying yes. Jay saying yes. Yahoo say yes. We yes. Yeah. Okay. They're very much ready. They're coming in so quick. I can't read them all.
Well, thank you so much. Now let's take a look at these examples. All right. So the first one that I wanted to show you is a course called The Foundations of Card Magic. Now, I absolutely love this course for two reasons. First off, I think this is a great topic because, before I found this course, I actually had no idea how people were supposed to learn card magic. Okay, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, did you have to track down a magician and then become their apprentice? Did you have to order a cursed book of magic and then learn from its secrets? Well, apparently there was a lot of people who didn't know either because they raised money on Kickstarter to build this course. There is something incredible. How much was it? It's $66,500. That's how much money they raised to teach card magic online. So if you think your topic's a little bit small, a little bit niche, well, there's probably still demand for it out there. The second thing that I love is the beautiful sales page. So the sales page or landing page, this is the page that people come to that convinces them to buy. So you normally would have to pay for something like lead pages or landing pages. With Teachable, these are built in and these are beautiful. So for instance, our course sales page starts at the top with a header image with the title of the course, a subtitle, and a call to action button to buy it. Then it continues with a rich description filled with images and text, an instructor bio for authenticity, the full lesson plan or curriculum, including free previews so that users know what they're getting into. And then it finishes down at the bottom with FAQs to address user concerns, testimonials for what we call social proof, and then at the end, that call to action to get started now. So the next course I want to show you, this is a course by a well-known career consultant named Charlie Hohen. So this is a course teaching you about, how you can get better at finding a job, building your resume, improving your networking skills, all this stuff to help you get a better job. Now, the thing that I want to show you about this course is down at the bottom here. You'll see that there are multiple pricing options. So most people are going to buy this option. It's about $200 and you get the course and the community. Okay, this is where most of the purchases will come from. But between 20 and 40% of people will buy his $1,000 option. It's $800 more. And the only difference is they have one-on-one time. They have this private career consulting session. So if you're interested in having kind of multiple tiers for your course, like a basic, an advanced, a VIP, Teachable has this all built in, and I'll show you how you can set this up. Now, many of you on here probably have a lot of content, and you might be interested in something like a membership site where someone gets access to everything you have for a monthly or annual fee. So that's what Dave Cross does. Dave Cross is one of the world's best known Photoshop instructors, and he has literally hundreds of courses on his Teachable site. These are all about individual Photoshop techniques. These are all individual small courses. But his main revenue driver is selling access to all of these for a monthly price of $15 or an annual price of $150. So if you're interested in having a membership style site, Teachable can do that. So you might have heard me mention the phrase course marketplace earlier. Well, what is a course marketplace? Well, in this case, imagine having not just your courses on your Teachable site, but other people's courses as well. So that's what StackSkills does. StackSkills is one of the largest course marketplaces on the internet. They've got hundreds of courses and instructors, hundreds of thousands of students. And the best thing is Teachable handles all of the back office work automatically. So for instance, all of the authors here, people like Asim, Greg, and Mark, they have their own logins so that they can add and edit their courses, but they can't touch anyone else's courses. The best part is that Teachable does all of the finance backend too. So each of them has their own revenue share, which Teachable calculates and even pays. It's super, super cool. Now, many of you, if not most of you, were coming in from outside the United States, and that means a lot of you are going to be teaching in languages other than English. And that's why I want to show you Veduca, okay? So Veduca is one of the largest e-learning sites in Brazil. Everything, all they have over, I think they have over 800,000 students, and everything that the student sees is in Portuguese. Everything from the courses themselves to the interface. So for instance, instead of, clicking sign up, I click on inscreva-se, okay? And then on this page, instead of putting in my name, I put in my nome completo. Instead of reading and agreeing to the terms of use, I read and agree to the termos de uso. So again, no matter what language you want to teach in, your students will be able to learn in it. And finally, I want to show you HealBright. So Teachable looks and works beautifully out of the box, but if you want to take things to the next level, you are able to edit the code behind your Teachable school in order to make the customizations you want. So HealBright, for instance, they sell mental wellness courses, and they've used custom coding to add this beautiful background video. They've set up these clean images that fade out to white. They've even built custom pages like this corporate page only for people buying these courses for their employees. So again, Teachable looks and functions beautifully outside the box, but if you're looking to take it to the next level, you can do that too. So now that we've had a chance to look at some examples, let's actually hop in here together. Let's build an online course with Teachable. Now, you don't need to do this as I do it. No need to follow along and do this alongside. Just take notes, pay attention, and you won't regret it. So I'm just going to go to teachable.com and click Get Started. And I just need to put in my full name, Cameron Mattis, and you can find me on Instagram at Cameron Mattis. See y'all there. But in any case, my email address, I'm just going to do Cameron Quick Start, and today is 12518 at teachable.com. I'm going to put in a super secret password, which I can't tell you, unfortunately. Sorry about that. And I'm going to agree to our terms of use that make it clear that you own your students, your content, and your pricing. Teachable doesn't own it. You do. Now, I'm just going to name my school before I finish up. And you can change all of this later, so you don't have to worry about getting it perfect. So I'll just do something boring, like Teachable Quick Start 12518. Now I click Create New School. And believe it or not, that's it. That's all I have to do. If you've been on the internet for a while, you know that back in the day, if you wanted to create an online school, well, first you would have to buy a domain name. Then you'd have to purchase web hosting. Then you would have to code the site on your own computer, then upload it using FTP. And it's just such a nightmare. With Teachable, it's taken care of for you. You just fill out your form and your school is created, and you just have to fill in the details. So speaking of, let's start by diving straight in here. Let's start by following the steps they say and creating a course. So I'm just going to click on create a course. I know, stunning, right? Now, I do have a quick question for everyone, which is what should we be teaching today? Normally we do something funny like underwater basket weaving or how to train your dragon or become an expert in Pokemon Go. So let me know in the chat. Give me something funny that I should be teaching. Katie, what do you think? Do you think there's going to be some comedians in the chat today? I have a feeling they're a good group.
Definitely. Very lively in the chat, which is great. So definitely let me know what you think we should be teaching. I do like someone suggested the other week how to get into Hogwarts, which I thought was a great one. Alison saying creating belly button filters. I don't know what that is, but I kind of like it. Jen's saying train my dog to make dinner. That would kind of be incredible. Exciting sculptures, sculptures and hedges. We've got proper naked selfies, photography, teaching my dog to dive. Cat circus tricks. Oh, that would be awesome. Let's do cat circus tricks.
Ooh, I love it.
That, yeah.
So congratulations, Jeremy. Ding, 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 ding. You are our winner. You win nothing. Congratulations. Well, then you get fame and fortune and infamy. So congratulations. This is going to be named after you. This is going to be Jeremy's Guide to Cat Circus Tricks. Welcome, Jeremy. Thank you. Now, even though, Jeremy, you're the person this is named after, I'm going to put myself as the author because I want a little bit of credit. So I'm going to put in my name, Cameron Mattis, headline, expert cat trainer. And now instead of typing up a whole biography about, how I was born in a circus and raised cats all my life and all that stuff, I'm just going to copy and paste in some demo text to make this easier. And now finally, I'm just going to add a picture of myself. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of myself on this computer, so instead I'm going to use a picture of my handsome coworker, Ryan. There we go, Ryan, looking very handsome. So now that I have myself set up as the author, I just click Add Author, and I'm all good there. I've set myself as the author. Now, the subtitle, this is basically one line that goes into a bit more detail about the course, okay? So I am going to say, Jeremy's incredible guide to solving a problem you didn't know you had, okay? And now I want to have a description. I need to add a description for this course. Now, again, I could type up a whole, multi-page long thing here, but instead, I'm just going to paste in a little bit of demo text. But before I finish this, I want to add an image to the description because I think if you add too much text on one page, people kind of just like move past it. Their eyes glaze over a little bit. So I am going to use one of our built-in royalty-free stock images. You can add images from all over the web, but we have these royalty-free stock images for you to use as well. So I don't know. How about, what would be a good one here? How about this lovely city landscape? Because maybe the circus takes place in a big city, and that's my logic for this. And I'm sorry that logic is terrible, but please forgive me. So I add an image of the big city, and now I'll just paste in a little bit more demo text at the bottom to make this feel more give a lot of authority. And I click Create Course, and that's it. Now my course has now been created, and we're on to the fun part of adding content. Now, when we talk about your course on Teachable, the terminology that we use is section and lecture. Again, that's section and lecture. Now, you can think of this like the content in a book, okay? So a book might have 5 chapters with 10 pages each. In the same way, your course might have 5 sections with 10 lectures each, okay? So the lectures are the actual pages where your content lives. Students advance from lecture to lecture to lecture. The sections just organize the lectures, group them by topic, group them by theme. So again, your course might have 5 or so sections with 10 lectures each for a total of 50 pages of content. So I have my section here, and I'm just going to click New Lecture within it to start adding some content. Now, for the name, I'll call this Lecture 1 of the Circus is Fun. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to add some video content, okay? Now, you don't need to have videos in your courses, but we really recommend it because video engages better than any other type of content, and we provide free, unlimited video hosting, streaming, and storage with our plans. So I upload a video, and it's just going to take a few minutes to process before I can look at it. So now that I've done that, I probably want to add some text. Now, back in the day, if you wanted to add text on the internet, well, you would have to use HTML. Ooh, very spooky HTML. With Teachable, though, you don't have to. So for instance, if I want to make something bold, I just select it and I hit the bold button. If you've ever used Microsoft Word, you'll know how to do this. If I want to make something italic, I select it and I hit the italic button. If I want to make something linked to google.com, I select it, hit the link button, insert a link to google.com, sorry. And I want this to open in a new tab because just between you and me, I hate it when I click a link and it navigates me away. Ugh, so annoying. So I've added a video, I've added text. Now I want to add a PDF just because. Now, I would recommend not having too many PDFs as part of your course because people can get kind of bored of them if you have too many. But they're good to like have as an optional resource. Like if you watch this 5-minute video, you can download this 10-page PDF to read a little bit more. So there we go. In just about a minute, I've added an MP4 video, I've added text, I've added a PDF, and all of these are draggable and droppable and rearrangeable. You can edit these as much as you want. So if I want to, I can have the text up on top, maybe the video down below or the PDF in the middle. But you know what? I'm just going to leave this, I think, with the video on top, the PDF in the middle, and the text on the bottom. I think that'll work for me. So I think that this part is looking good. So I'm going to publish this lecture and move on. So I have lecture 1, and now I want to add a bit more content. And in this upcoming lecture, I want to add some discussions. So I'm just going to enable this over in our settings and give the page a quick refresh. So like I said, I want to add some discussions in my next lecture, and I also want to add a quiz or an assessment. So I'll click New Lecture, and I'll just call this Lecture to Circus, Cats, and You. Okay. So first of all, back in the day, if you want to add comments and community to an online course, well, you would have to use custom code to interface with Disqus or link in your Facebook or do all this complicated stuff. With Teachable, let me show you how hard it is to enable comments. That's it. That's literally all you have to do. Okay, you can turn on comments on any course page with one click. It is simple as that. So I've added comments, and like I said, now I want to add a quiz. So to do that, I click the big orange Add Quiz button, and Teachable has built-in very easy, simple quizzes. So we have multiple choice, multiple answer, and true false. So for multiple choice, just a quick example, who's leading this webinar? Correct answer is Katie and Cam. Incorrect answer is Ronald McDonald. And another incorrect answer is Millard Fillmore. Okay, so that's a multiple choice. Then you can do a multiple answer where the user has to select multiple correct answers to get it right. So I'm just going to say, please select the presidents from the list below. So one correct answer will be George Washington. Another correct answer will be Emmanuel Macron. And we'll have two incorrect answers, like, I don't know, James Jones and Jessica Jones. That was a good show on Netflix, though. So I click Add Question, and now I've added a multiple answer. And finally, I'll just do a quick true false. So this webinar is cool. So correct answer will be true. The incorrect answer will be false. There we go. So in just a couple of minutes, I've added a quiz and I've added discussions to this lecture. So I'm moving at a good pace. So I'm going to publish this and keep working. So our first two lectures are all set. But what if this isn't fast enough for me? What if I already have a bunch of content ready, but I just need to upload it all at once? Well, let me show you my favorite tool on Teachable. So I'm going to start by creating a new section. Okay, I will call this second section. Yes, we're very creative here at Teachable. So in the second section, all I need to do is click the bulk upload button. And from here on my computer, I'm actually going to drag and drop in 7 different MP4 video files. And when I click upload, the system is going to analyze them, process them, chew through them, and then it will create a new video lecture for every single file I uploaded. So in about 10 seconds, I just added a fantastic lecture, a really fantastic lecture, a super duper lecture, an okay lecture, an incredible lecture, the best lecture ever, and my personal favorite lecture. So again, I just added that all in about 10 seconds. Now, I want to just quickly mark these as published so that we can see them. And now before I move on, I want to show you a few important things. First of all, just like you can drag and drop and adjust the blocks within the lectures, you can drag and drop and adjust the lectures as well. So if I want to take a super duper lecture and move it to the top of the second section, I can do that. If I want to take a fantastic lecture and move it from the second section to the first, I can do that. Just drag and drop. Now, I could even move around the entire sections themselves if I wanted to really reorder things, but I'll leave that alone. I think this order is fine. So before I finish up, I just want to quickly mark my first 2 lectures as a free preview. And I also want to turn on content downloadability for those lectures by clicking the cloud icon. So if you want your users to download the content, you can make the cloud icon on. If you don't want them to download it, you can turn that off. It's very easy. So I've added a bunch of content. I'm looking good. I'm feeling confident. So let's move on to the fun part, the really fun part, adding a price. So people ask me all the time, like, Cameron, how do I price my course? Like, what do I price my course as? How do I do this? And now I think that people are looking for a magic number. They're looking for me to say, oh yeah, just set your course price to $147 and you'll be an instant millionaire. Well, I'm sorry, everyone, but there is not a magic number. There's no one thing, like one number that's perfect. But there are 2 things you can do to boost your sales by up to 50%. And here's what they are. They're very simple. Number 1, give your users ways to pay you more. Okay? Give your users ways to pay you more. It's very simple. And the second one, just as easy, give your users multiple ways to pay you. Again, give them multiple ways to pay you. It's amazing how many platforms out there don't let you do either of these things. Teachable has them both built in. So let me show you what I mean. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a one-time purchase option for this course. You can do this in any currency you want, but I'll stick to dollars for now. Now, this is a premium course, so I'll set the price at $299. I click add pricing, and you can go and buy this course right now. That's literally all I had to do. In case you were waiting for the whole payment section, you don't have to link bank accounts or do anything. You just set a price and people can buy it. It is as simple as that. If you haven't set up any payments yet, we'll just collect the money for you and then pay you out every 30 days. It's dead simple. So I just want to quickly change the name of this. I want to change this to be Basic Edition, and I want the users to know that this includes only the course. So hit save, and there we go. We've added the Basic Edition. Now remember those 2 rules. Remember the first one, give your users ways to pay you more. So here's what I mean. So I'm going to add a second one-time purchase. I'm going to set the price to $899. I'm going to call this VIP Edition. And I'm going to say includes the course plus an hour of in-person tutoring. Okay. So there we go. I hit add pricing, and now we've added the VIP Edition. Again, all you do is set the price and it's instantly available for purchase. And now finally, remember my second rule, give your users multiple ways to pay you. So even $300, the cheaper option, that can be a lot for some people. So I'm going to add the option of having a payment plan where they can pay $59 a month for 6 months. And if you do the math, you realize they end up paying about 20% more. But if you're going to give them time to pay over time, they should end up paying more. That's how this works. So I'll call this payment plan, and I'll say select this option to pay in 6 monthly installments. There you go. In about 2 minutes, I've added a VIP edition, a basic edition, and a payment plan. I'm ready for people to buy it. It was that easy. So now I'm going to publish this course because, believe it or not, we are almost done setting this up. I just have a few quick edits to make. So the first of those is adding a promo video. So this shows up on the sales page as a quick video that people can watch in order to learn a little bit more about the course. So I'll just use an MP4 video file for this. Again, we provide free unlimited video hosting, streaming, and storage. So I've added my promo video, and now I want to add a thumbnail for this course. This is like an image that's going to represent this course all around the site. So I'll use the big city landscape just to keep things consistent. Hit upload and save. And there we go. We've added a thumbnail to this course. And now it's time for like my favorite part of this webinar, which is this. So remember all those beautiful sales pages that we were looking at earlier? Well, guess what? one has been created for us right in front of our eyes. Because while we add content and information to the course, it automatically builds the sales page. So the hero header, the course description, the author bio, the course curriculum, the FAQs, these all get filled out automatically as you add the content. So you don't need to do any special extra work. I want to do a little bit of extra customization, but that's totally optional. This is all easily draggable, droppable. You can rearrange this as much as you want. Again, we like to keep things simple and easy, okay? So as for what I want to change, well, I think that our like header background, I want a more exciting image. So I'll drag in again our big city landscape. And one thing again that I want to show you is that we think of all of the small things. So you see how the white text here is really hard to read? Well, we added a built-in slider so that you can just make the background image darker, which lets the text be easier to see. So we just have, again, we have this kind of stuff built in. So the second thing that I wanted to show you here is that I want to add a little bit of customization. I want to add a testimonial to the sales page. So testimonials are great for what we call social proof. They tell the user that, hey, I have used this product, or I've worked with this person, or I know this person, and you can trust them. This is legit. So I'm going to click Insert New Block here. And one of the blocks that we have is a ready-made testimonial block. It even comes with a quote saying, this is an excellent course, definitely worth checking out, from John Doe, the co-founder of Impressive Company. So I love John Doe, but I want a testimonial from someone I know. So I'm going to change this to be Ankur Nagpal. Well, who is Ankur Nagpal? Well, funny you ask, because he's actually the CEO of Teachable. And I have a picture of him on my computer, so I'm just going to drag and drop that in. No, we are not obligated to keep pictures of the CEO on our computer. That would be kind of weird, but I do have one anyway, just for this webinar. So I'm adding in a picture of Ankur. He says, this is an excellent course, definitely worth checking out. Thanks, boss, I agree. I hit save, and I'm ready to move on. Now, I don't have time to go over this right now, but I can do this in the Q&A. But we now have a fully customizable, one-click, frictionless checkout page. So if you've been thinking about spending money on an external piece of checkout software, do not do that. If you have, cancel your subscription, because we have all of those features built in, from being able to customize it with testimonials, bullet points, and trust badges, to the idea of being able to do one-click upsells. So once the person buys, you can do one-click upsells to sell them on more stuff, which they can then, get with just one click. Their payment information is saved. In any case, very exciting stuff, and I can go over more details later on after the webinar. But for now, let's hop back to the dashboard and let's take a look at our next step, which is customizing our look and feel. So back in the day with, if you wanted to edit the look and feel of your website, you needed to be a web designer. With Teachable, that's not the case. So when I want to add a site logo, for instance, I just click the upload image button next to site logo, and I just drag and drop in a logo. In this case, this is going to be an older logo from when our company used to be called Fedora. So it's a little bit of a throwback Thursday today with our old Fedora logo for floating about. So I added our old logo. Now I want to change the entire font for the whole site, which again, used to take me a long time using custom code. With Teachable, I just select Railway, I hit save, and we're all set. You can, by the way, also add additional fonts with Google Fonts, but we can talk about that in the Q&A. Then finally, I'm just going to change the colors around. So you can do that by selecting one of the color schemes and then doing, the point and click, drag and drop color picker. However, I want to keep things simple. So I'll go back to our original color scheme and just use that, because I think that this one actually looks really nice. So I hit save and go back to the dashboard, and we are almost ready. So now it's time for us to just set up our domain name. Now with Teachable, you get a free Teachable domain name that looks like, something.teachable.com. With our other plans, though, like all of our paid plans, they have a custom domain. So you can set up your site at, learn.mywebsite.com or courses.mywebsite.com. You can even do a custom domain like, myacademy.com. It's really up to you. But for now, I'm going to stick with the teachable.com domain. I'm going to click confirm, and we are all set. So guys, we have created a course. We've customized the look and feel. We've set up our domain name. Now it's time for the fun part. Now it's time to launch our school. All right, our school has launched. Now let's get to work. So let me show you what we just spent the last few minutes building. So first of all, let's take a look at the sales page. Remember those beautiful sales pages from all those courses? Well, we just created one. Jeremy's Guide to Cat Circus Tricks, Jeremy's incredible guide to solving a problem you didn't know you had. I can watch the promo video of somebody typing words into a Google document. Gets more thrilling by the day. And then I can continue down the page, reading through the rich description with images and text, taking a look at our instructor bio to connect with him, seeing our class curriculum, including those links to free preview lectures. And finally, at the bottom, we have those FAQs for user concerns, testimonial for social proof, and all the calls to action to get started now with the basic VIP edition or the payment plan. Now, incredibly important, this page will work beautifully on mobile devices right out of the box with no customization needed. So here I am looking at this as if I'm on an iPhone, and I can see that everything is formatted well. We have the instructors, class curriculum, all the information. It is all there, all formatted, all automatically. You don't need to recreate your website for mobile, and you don't need to have one of those stupid, m.yoursite.com so that people who go there on a desktop get annoyed. It just works. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time and attention here. Before I go on, I just want to quickly show you the actual course curriculum, once I'm in here as a user, and it's clean. It's simple. It's easy to use. So I can go through lecture 1. The circus is fun. I remember I turned on downloadability so I can download the files, look through the PDF, check out the text. It's all just simple and easy to use and comprehend. So everyone, I really, again, appreciate your time and attention. And I appreciate that you've stuck with me so far because, we covered a lot of stuff. But we just spent a lot of time talking about Teachable. You just spent a lot of time going over the features, diving into the tech, and showing exactly how you can build a course on the platform. But it's time to talk about the most important part of the puzzle. It's time to talk about the thing that no platform can replace. It's time to talk about you. Now, what we found here at Teachable after watching literally tens of thousands of courses launch is that there are 2 essential keys for building and creating successful online courses. Now, the first is the tech. You need a stable, beautiful, and easy to use platform that can be the backbone of your online course business, no matter how quickly you scale or how big your imagination gets. It needs to be simple and powerful so that you can start selling with ease. Now, maybe I'm biased, but I think that Teachable is the best platform out there. The second thing, though, is the hard part. It's the strategy, it's the method, it's a proven plan to follow from people who have done this before. Now, this is really the hard part because there are so many ways that you can go about creating and marketing your course that trying to figure it out via trial and error would be a bit of a nightmare. Well, with Teachable, we've already solved the first problem by creating the platform. So we were determined to address the second part as well. Now, you'll find plenty of guides out there for people looking to create online courses. Tutorials and cheat sheets are a dime a dozen. But here's the thing. Pretty much all of these guides are based on one person's experience with 1 or 2 launches to the same kind of audience. But here at Teachable, we have the behind-the-scenes data on our tens of thousands of schools. We've talked to the instructors, analyzed conversion rates and content, and dug down into all the data available. It's an incredible resource and a little bit of an unfair advantage because it means that we know exactly what works and what doesn't work quite as well. So no trial and error necessary. Now, we wanted to help you with that second part. We wanted to give you a step-by-step, in-depth guide on exactly what to do. And that's why we created this special Teachable bundle. Now, excuse me, folks. Now, today, everyone who joins us or who upgrades an existing paid plan is going to get some incredibly valuable bonuses. Now, before I go over the bonuses today, I want to tell you about our plans. We have 2 main plans on Teachable, the high volume plan, which is $300 a month, and the professional plan, which is $99 a month. Now, I'm going to tell you something kind of weird. You probably shouldn't sign up for our high volume plan. It's the highest end plan that we offer to individuals. It's built for people already doing 5 or 6 figures a month in online course business. People like Pat Flynn, Melissa Griffin, and Seth Godin. Now, these people have large teams, so they need 25 admin accounts. They sell to businesses and corporations. So they need our bulk student manager. Now, if this plan is right for you, you can upgrade to it at any time, but the vast majority of you will be better off in our professional plan. Now, the professional plan is by far our most popular plan, probably because it is 90% of the features of high volume at 1/3 the price. Because with a pro plan, you get unlimited courses and students that you can match your brand. You'll have a custom domain as well. You'll get learner progress tracking and advanced reporting and analytics so that you can use data to make great decisions about your school. You'll also get a fully managed affiliate program, which means that we don't just track your affiliates, we can also pay them for you and even send them tax forms. Your school will have graded quizzes for better assessments, multiple instructors who can contribute courses, and even drip content so that you can automatically release your courses over time. But the biggest reasons that people use our pro account are for this: no transaction fees and instant payouts. All you have to do is link your Stripe and PayPal accounts, and all the sales you make will go directly and instantly to you with no transaction fees charged by Teachable. That is huge. And the best part is that if you don't want to deal with any admin headaches at all, we can also process the payments for you and then send you a payment every 30 days. Now, when we do that, we also handle all of the admin work and payouts for your affiliates, authors, and anyone else who needs to get filled out. Oh, and by the way, there's one more thing we need to add to the slide: live chat support. Professional is the only plan above basic, and Professional is the only plan below high volume to include live chat support. Now, with our professional plan, you'll have access to the best platform and features on the market. It's a tool that people have used to scale from 0 to 6 figures in online course revenue. But like I said, the platform is the easy part. The hard part is finding a step-by-step guide that walks you through exactly how you can create, market, and launch your online course. Now, we wanted to fill that market. We wanted to do something to stop it. And that's why we created the Profitable Teacher. Now, the Profitable Teacher is our flagship course. We spent over $50,000 in months of our time creating it. We flew the whole team down to Florida to film it, and we poured everything we learned watching tens of thousands of courses launch onto it. Oh, and we sell it for $350. You can go buy right now at that price. But if you join us with this offer, you will get it for free. Now, I'm serious when I say that it covers everything you need to know. Everything from finding your best course idea to creating your course's sales page to developing and executing your marketing and launch strategy. Now, the thing to know is that the Profitable Teacher is not just information, it's also resources. Now, when you get the course, you also get all the resources you'll need to execute the strategies we give to you. That means you get our calendars, checklists, email templates, and downloads, an extra helping hand every step of the way. The main thing to know is that, again, this is a practical course, not just theory. Now, what does that mean? It means that by the end of the course, if you followed the steps, you'll have successfully created a profitable online course with real students and real revenue. Now, the Profitable Teacher by itself is great, but we wanted to make sure that you had all the tools we can offer. That's why, as part of today's offer, we're including even more than that. We'll also be including our course creation workshop series. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this. Every year, we get together some of the brightest minds in the online industry. We pick their brains, get their top tips and strategies, and then compress those into info-packed workshops. Now, we have 11 of these, which again, we normally sell, but as part of today's offer, you'll be getting all of them for free. Now, Mariah Kaz is an online course expert. She's had multiple 6 figures in the past few years. And we actually did 2 workshops with her. One about executing a successful launch. And the second one is about picking a course topic. Now, she takes those difficult ideas and breaks them down simply for you. Now, Melissa Griffin is an expert in sales funnels, which basically means getting a large group of people and then narrowing them down through emails and other tactics until by the end of your flow, you have a dedicated group of enthusiastic people, all of whom are ready to buy your course. And Caleb Wojcik is a world-renowned videographer who creates videos for people like Pat Flynn. But if you don't have the thousands of dollars it takes to hire him or buy his professional equipment, you can instead take his course and go over how you can learn DIY professional sorry, I'm losing my mind here. He walks you through how you can create professional looking DIY video in your own home without breaking the bank. And last but not least is a workshop by Sean McCabe. So Sean McCabe, he built a 6-figure business off the back of his writing, whether content marketing, blog posting, or even hand lettering. If you're looking to promote or build your business using writing, this workshop is invaluable. Now, you'll get all these plus 6 more workshops that you'll learn more about on the other side. I keep saying this though, that's not all. The reason I say that is because if you decide today to join us on our professional plan, you'll get our 2 most valuable bonuses of all. The first are 8 weeks. Sorry, you get our most valuable bonus of all, and that is 8 weeks of our live group coaching calls. Now, these are intimate, small group coaching sessions led by the Teachable team. Normally me, that's why my picture is there. These always turn into a masterclass style format. People sharing successes, learning lessons from each other, and getting incredible insight from yourselves and the Teachable team. These are incredibly valuable, and you'll get 8 weeks of access to these for free when you join us on Pro today. Now, I know that this sounds like a lot because it is, but you can go through all of these bonuses at your own pace. So you'll be able to fit this into your schedule, even if you're very busy walking in front of yellow walls. So again, here's everything you're getting today. When you join us on the professional plan, you'll be getting a Profitable Teacher, the course creation workshop series, 8 weeks of group Q&A coaching, and everything else we're including. Now, that's a total value of almost like $1,000. And that's not a made up number. That is the actual value. So when you sign up for professional, you're going to get all those bonuses as a gift for free. Now, we do have one more plan, which might be right for you if you fall into a particular set of circumstances. Specifically, if you're not planning on launching within 6 months, if you're not planning on making more than $1,000, and if you don't want any one-on-one or small group help getting started, then you might consider the basic plan as well. So the basic plan doesn't have all the features of the pro plan, but you can still use it to get started. You'll still have unlimited courses and students. Students can still have drip content. But on the basic plan, we process all the payments on your behalf, charge you a transaction fee, and then send you your money every 30 days. That's why we recommend Pro for most people. The price difference simply isn't worth it. Now, you'll still get some of the bonuses if you join us on Basic today, but you won't get our most valuable ones, like the ones that require our time and attention, which means no concierge, no onboarding, and no group coaching calls. So again, here's what to do next. If at this point you think that Teachable could be the right decision for yourself and your business, all you have to do is select your plan above in order to get started. It's simple as that. Now, if you already have an account with us and you're looking to upgrade account, that's no problem at all, okay? Here's all you do. When you select your plan from the button above the window, you'll be brought to a screen that looks like this. Now, if you already have an account, then please click Log In at the bottom of the window. Do not create a new account. If you do, your bonuses might go to one email, your courses will be at another email. Our customer service team will have to fix everything, and they'll be angry at me. So please help keep me out of trouble. If you already have an account, click Log In at the bottom. Thank you. Now, here's what happens after you upgrade. First, you'll get an email from us with all the info on how to access the bonuses. And second, when you click on the access links, log in, and you'll have access to everything. Now, this email will go out automatically, but I want you to let us know in the chat right now, just say, I've upgraded. I'm looking at my live feed on the back end, and I'm already seeing a couple of upgrades come through. But let me know in the chat, because that way we can welcome you and expedite your bonuses. Now, again, I wanted to thank everyone who's currently upgrading, but I know that there are some of you who have still on the fence, and it's to you that I want to speak right now. Because if you're not 100% sure that there's something wrong with Teachable, I've got something to tell you about. And that is our guarantee, the world's best money-back guarantee. I'm not exaggerating this. So let me tell you a bit about it. So you have 30 days to go through everything. You can set up your site, download all the images, go through all the materials. There's no limits on your features, courses, or bonuses. And after 30 days, if you're not sure that Teachable is perfect for you, and that's fine, Teachable isn't perfect for everyone, just let us know and we will give you a full refund. No questions asked. We will ask you as many questions as this pineapple does. So at this point, you're probably asking or thinking, okay, 30 days money back, that sounds good, but how is this the best money back offer ever? Well, here's how. Here's the crazy part. Even if you get a full refund, never pay us another cent or penny, you can still keep all the videos, bonuses, and downloads. They're yours forever, even if you get a full refund. This is absolutely insane. This is why we can call this a 100% risk-free decision. You can upgrade today, take advantage of all the bonuses, downgrade in a few weeks, and still get to keep everything. Now, at this point, you should be asking, how are we able to do this? Why are we able to offer, over $1,200 a month worth of business and let you keep all of them, even if you get a refund? It sounds too good to me to be true, and when something sounds too good to be true, it is. So one thing to be clear on is that we don't charge sales tax when people buy digital products. So I would not be worried about that. So normally when you go to a webinar like this, you will end up seeing a slide that looks like this. They all talk about how they have $10 bazillion worth of widgets with a big running number showing you the quote unquote value of Amazon that you're getting. Sorry, not value of Amazon, a value of the webinar. So typically, however, they'll say something like, these are all available today for just 4 easy payments of $19.99. But look, here's the thing. When you see a slide that looks like this, that number on the bottom right is normally totally made up. That's because they've never actually sold those widgets for $5 bazillion. They probably never even sold those widgets for $5. And that's how we're different. We actually sell these bonuses for this amount of money. But if that's the case, how can we afford to give them away? The answer is that we're a software company. Now, what does that mean? Well, back in the day at Teachable, we used to make about 1/3 of our money from what we call training revenue. We sold the Profitable Teacher, we sold onboarding, we sold group coaching, and we made a lot of money that way. Then one day we sat down and dug into the data, and we learned a few things. Well, first we learned that people who used these trainings were way more successful than people who didn't. People who completed the Profitable Teacher were more likely to have over 500 students. People who used our concierge onboarding were more likely to make over $1,000 per month. And crucially, people who used our training stuck around longer and paid us more. Now, when we saw this and did the math, we realized that in the long run, Teachable would be more successful as a business if we gave away these bonuses to people who joined us on our professional plan. Now, yes, we would lose out on the upfront revenue, but these bonuses make you more successful. And when you're more successful, you're more likely to keep paying us or for your friends and business partners and other things that make us more successful as well. That's the nice thing about this business. We're only successful when you are. Now, like I said at the beginning, I want to be fully upfront and transparent with you, and that's why I explained exactly why we're financially able to offer you this bundle today. Now, you have nothing to lose. Even if you realize later on that this isn't perfect for you, you'll have a full refund, no questions asked. However, and I swear this is the last time I say this, it still gets better. Because this offer is valid for the next 24 hours or so, but for everyone who signs up during the webinar itself, for the next half hour until we're done with Q&A, and by the way, welcome to New York City if you're hearing those sirens, you'll get 2 special fast action bonuses. The first are the live workshop replays from last year's summit. They're just as valuable, just as information packed as this year's. They're just a year older. They have aged like a fine wine. And finally, you'll get our studio setup guide, a quick little cheat sheet walking you through creating a DIY studio in your home or office without breaking the bank. Now, when you add it all up, this is a total of almost $1,500 worth of courses and bonuses. $1,200 worth of courses and bonuses. I really can't read today. And that's the real value. It's yours today when you make an investment in yourself and join us on the professional plan. Now, here's what people have said about Teachable. Mariah Cause says, 95% of my income has come from online courses. They are literally the perfect product. And Julie Stone says, I quickly went from creating small, inexpensive courses to creating large courses that resulted in 5-figure income months. Okay, so we're going to have a live Q&A in a second, but here's what to do next. Again, select your plan above to join us today and let us know in the chat when you upgrade so that we can personally welcome you and expedite your bonuses. When you upgrade, you'll get that email with information, and you just need to click on those access links and log in, and you'll have everything at your fingertips. Now, if you need help once you're on the other side, our customer care team is standing by. And like I said, we keep things real. So this is an actual picture of our customer care team, not a stock photo. Except now it's 4 times as large. We really need to take a new picture. Now, with Teachable, with these bonuses, you'll have everything you need to create and launch your own online courses. Now, our live Q&A is starting, so ask your questions in the chat. We want to make sure that you're getting started with confidence. All right, everyone, and we are live. We are back. We are here. So say hello. Ask us your questions. Hey, everyone, we're still alive.
Yeah, my hands are...
Katie was typing up a storm in reply to all your questions.
I'm sorry if I've missed people. I know I have because they were coming in really quick, but please do keep asking the questions.
Can see and hear upgraded, ML upgraded. Woo! Virtual high five, guys. Real high five. Getza says, and by the way, ask your questions in the chat. If we missed them, please keep on asking them because they come in pretty fast. We can miss them. I'm sorry. But if we don't get it, then ask your question later.
Absolutely. I wanted to learn how to make custom pages. I would recommend checking out our Power Editor tool. I'll also shoot you a article.
Yeah, shoot an article on the Page Builder tool. So Rahula's upgraded and Lisa have upgraded. Virtual high five, real high five.
Nice.
Kathy, if you signed up yesterday, shoot an email to our support team. We'll see what we can do, okay? Joe, there is no code necessary for the upgrade. We track you automatically. And that's the same thing for Jay's question. We track it automatically. You just have to upgrade by clicking that button up there, okay? So Angela, I can't currently upgrade as I'm taking this course as information for my boss. If I upgrade later, can I show them? So Angela, if you upgrade later, just shoot us an email. Let us know you upgrade after the webinar. We'll see if we can get you any of these bonuses. Danica says, can you create learning slides with voiceover, or can you create learning slides with picture-in-picture? So Danica, you can do either of those. Mostly people will create their learning video content using a screen capture tool like Camtasia, which can capture slides and voiceover as well as doing picture-in-picture. So we do recommend using a tool like Camtasia or ScreenFlow for Mac. And Katie can type that in, Camtasia for PC, ScreenFlow for Mac. Those are our recommendations, but either of those tools will let you do what you're talking about there. Christina has upgraded, from Texas has upgraded, Deb has signed up, Denver has joined, a virtual high fives, real high five.
All of those. Oh my God.
Hi there says, can you use videos made with ThingLink? I have no idea what a ThingLink is. If ThingLink puts out a video file like an MP4 or an MOV or something like that, then you can upload it to Teachable. If it's some other type of file, I'm not sure. I'd really have to look into that more.
Yeah.
Alessandra, if I offer a PDF for my VIP edition, how do I make it so that my basic edition customers don't have access to it? So Alessandra, typically what they'll do is you'll set up a segment so that people who buy the VIP edition get added to your email list with a particular tag, and people who buy the regular edition would get added to your list with another tag. Then as part of that email marketing, you would send out an email only to people on the VIP list. Jay, you still click upgrade even if you haven't signed up yet. It creates an account for you right before it upgrades it. So Katie, can I use payment methods apart from Stripe or PayPal? So Katie, the only ones we have built in are Stripe and PayPal. That supports all international credit cards, debit cards, as well as PayPal. So it's really like 90% of customers have no issue with it. If someone wants to pay you another, excuse me, sorry, I have hiccups. If someone wants to pay you another way, you can take the payment from them outside of Teachable and then just give them a coupon to access the course for free on Teachable.
Yes. Hello says, can we use our already existing domain name? Yep. And let me shoot you an article about custom domains as well. So you can take out the teachable.com.
Joe says, can you put students in small groups for discussion? Joe, yeah, you would do that. Yeah, I would do that by just creating a few different lectures. So like in your course, I would create a lecture called discussion group A, discussion group B, discussion group C. And then you just email your students being like, okay, you guys, you should leave comments in discussion group A, you guys leave it in B, and you guys leave it in C. It's very easy to do that kind of stuff. It's simple. So Kathy has a question. I have a quick question about the private label. The checkout screen keeps showing Teachable. So Kathy, we provide our own SSL certificate to ensure a secure connection over checkout. Because of that, it has to have our domain in the checkout part. So that's something to be aware of for security reasons, because it uses our SSL certificate for checkout. That will be on there. But aside from that, it's the only time that our domain would be seen. If you've chosen to hide Teachable branding.
Yeah. Students interact with the platform, and you can add comments onto all of the lectures if that's what you're looking for. Joe, you're welcome. Mozart says, thanks, Cam and Katie. You're welcome. Katie says, can you send me the link to the email for the webinar, please? Oh, totally keeps getting distracted.
Katie, we'll shoot you an email after with a link to a replay, so don't worry. Rahul, quick question on the charges for international customers. So I have customer base in the Philippines, India, Saudi Arabia, USA, Australia. So first of all, congratulations on having such an international group. I love that, Rahul. So let's just keep it simple. If you set your course price to $100, everyone from around the world will be able to buy it at that $100 price, okay? They shouldn't pay any extra fees unless one is charged by their bank. Like their bank might charge an additional fee. Typically they don't, but banks can be kind of crazy. But the amount you pay, Stripe will add in a small spread on the currency. So you'll make a little bit less than if it was someone from the US buying a US dollar question. But it'll still be like, I would estimate that instead of keeping $97, you'd keep closer to $96. So it's really not that different. Joe says, on separate discussion, can you keep group A, B, C private? So Joe, the way to do that, I would just make a couple of copies of the course. You can duplicate the course with one click. So I would just make a couple of copies. Very easy. How does a profitable teacher go over advertising? So it touches on ads, but it doesn't go into great detail with Facebook ads.
Our blog certainly does,
our blog has more information on that.
Really good information.
We also have an experts program at teachable.com/experts, and one of the experts there is a Facebook ads like developer and strategist. So that's something to know. Maj, can you talk a little about membership sites with the Pro Plan? So Maj, the way that you do this is by using something that we call a bundle in Teachable. Okay, so in Teachable, you have these things called bundles, which are basically a group of courses. And the way it works is when you sign up for one of those things in the course, it enrolls you in all of them. So you just set a subscription price for the bundle as like $15 a month, and then you add all of your courses into the bundle, okay?
Jay says, I upgraded. Woohoo, welcome. Do you need to know my school name? We don't. We'll send the bonuses automatically via email, but you can let us know your school name.
So we don't currently, someone is asking about class completion certificates. We integrate with a third party for those. You would need to be on the basic plan to do that, but we're looking on bringing certificates native into the platform in-house. And that would be done probably on the Pro Plan only. We're looking to do that in the first quarter. Gatsa, can I use the Power Editor tool on free? No, you cannot. Alessandra, that's only on the Pro Plan.
I also, guys, I actually shot you another article as well about a page builder.
Christina, you can say you have multiple languages in the Pro Plan. So Christina, the way to do that is you can have an unlimited number of multilingual captions in all your videos. The actual interface of the school can only be in one language at a time. So if you need to have a school that's in multiple languages, you would need multiple schools. We can give you a discount on additional schools, but the plan you're buying today only applies to one school.
Can I use the language other than English? Absolutely. You can have any language per school.
Alexis, if I join today or tomorrow and I don't get all the info done for 30 days, am I paying though I'm not up and running? So Alexis, if you find after 30 days this isn't something for you, that you think it's going to take you a while to get up and running, you can just downgrade back to the free plan, and that's totally fine.
Jay, it is a cool name after math class.
Alessandra, how long do they do the profit? I would say if you're like really going through it and doing everything in depth, a couple of weeks. There's a few hours worth of content, but there's lots of stuff we tell you to do. So like you can go through all the content itself. Yeah, you can go through all the content itself within a few hours, but like to really get the most out of it, give yourself at least a week.
Yeah.
Muataz El Dasham, can I use Arabic language? Yes, absolutely. So Joe, sorry, one more question. Group video discussion. So Joe, if you want to do a group video discussion, I would recommend using an external platform like Zoom or Skype. Teachable doesn't have like a built-in live discussion, like live video discussion thing.
Deb, where do we find the bonuses after we sign up? You'll be emailed the bonuses after you sign up. You should get it fairly quickly, so check your spam folder and also promotions tab just in case. And if not, shoot us a message at support.com, support@teachable.com.
Okay, so Julie says, can people in mainland China access these courses without a VPN? So Julie, the answer is yes, that I've heard, but I can't guarantee that. At any time, we use like videos from Wistia. We have files hosted on Amazon Web Services. Our backend is on Heroku. So if any of these services at any time become affected by the Great Firewall of China, there's really nothing we can do, and we will have no way of knowing about it. So like, while I haven't heard any issues with people in China, we can't guarantee that will forever be the case.
Alexandra, I finally upgraded. High five.
Virtual high five, real high five.
Sorry, we missed you.
So Alidia, can I change the basic fonts on the $99 plan? Yes, you can. You use some CSS to add Google Fonts. If you just go to the support site and search Google Fonts, you should be able to grab her an article about that. Jamie, thanks thanks to Jeremy to learn tons about circus cat tricks. Yeah, it was amazing. DeAndrea upgraded. Awesome, DeAndrea. Great to have you. Virtual high five, real high five. Kim, is there a sample course you can view? Kim, if you go to teachable.com/examples, there are some free courses you can check out. Also, you should ask, everyone here should ask, like, should join our private instructor Facebook group. We would love to have you in there. We have over 20,000 people in there. And if you ask, they're like, hey, I'd love to see someone's free course. Would anyone share their link? I'm sure you're going to get a ton of people saying like, yeah, check out my free course. I'm really excited to have you on here. So Christina says, awesome, guys. Awesome. Woohoo. Nice. So Allison says, multiple schools with the same account. Each school needs to pay the monthly fee. Allison, correct. This plan is per school. However, if you're looking for multiple schools, we can give you a discount on paid schools beyond the first. Okay.
Christina, what link do you want? I may have missed something. Just let me know in the chat what.
Yeah, we've been talking about a few links, Christina. So just let us know which one you need. And we'll get it to you.
The Facebook.
Oh, hey, here, I'll drop that in.
Praise you.
You beat me. You beat me. So, Cindy says, the great presentation. I'm thinking about teaching English as a second language online. Would I be able to set up calendars that allow students to book packages? So first of all, you can link to other content like you have in your second part of your question. But for scheduling, I would recommend using a service called Calendly. We use it. Katie can drop you a link. Calendly is great. Okay. Chris says, I have a very expensive product and I'm worried about people sharing login credentials. Are there any security measures available to stop this from happening? So Chris, first I want to start by reassuring you. You can see the last login IP of all your students and their total login count. So if anyone is logging in a suspicious number of times, you can deactivate them at any time. That's entirely up to you. However, Chris, we have people selling like multi-$1,000, financial training workshops on Teachable. Typically, the only time we hear of any impropriety is from people selling like cheaper courses, things like, how to become an expert cryptocurrency trader in 5 days, or, how to become a gray hat hacker, all this stuff. So typically the higher end of the course, the less likely this is to happen. It's an inverse thing.
And we rarely see it as well.
Mana says, can video testimonials be uploaded on the testimonial page? Yes, you can add what we call a video block. So you can add that as well. Kim, is there a sample course I can view? Yes, Kim, just go to teachable.com/examples or ask in our private instructor Facebook group. Okay. Perez, can I watch the webinar again? Don't worry, Perez. You're going to get a replay automatically via email, so don't worry about it. Can see in here says, can you do screencasting, not crafting? Can you do screencasting as part of your course? Absolutely. If you're talking about a live screencast, people typically set those up on Zoom or Skype, something like that. But if you're referring to about having one be pre-recorded, yes, you can record your screen using like a piece of screen recording software and then upload that video to Teachable. Yeah, Perez, you're gonna get a replay so you can watch this again.
And keep those questions coming, guys, because I know we definitely missed some at the beginning. Robin says, is there a way to prevent downloading of content? Yep, so you just toggle off the downloading option, and says, also, is there a way to prevent sharing the login credentials? We kind of touched on this. So basically, if someone wanted to share it loads of times, they could. We would be able to track the IP address and see if someone's logged in like a suspicious amount of times. You see, I don't know, Joe Blogs come in every 30 seconds. I think we would know that they've shared a login, and then we can just deactivate that account.
Yeah, but people ask all the time because it seems really scary. It actually really doesn't happen. Seriously, I've been here for multiple years, and this happened like maybe a couple of times. Maj, how long is this offer for? It should be good for the next 24 hours, Maj. Alexander, you can have external landing pages. That's totally fine. It's totally okay. Ade, do you have an LMS capability? So you might say that we actually are an LMS, actually. Alexander, like I said, yes, you can use external landing pages. That's totally fine. Scott, is one-on-one coaching consultation available if needed for fee? So Scott, on the Pro plan, you get those 8 weeks of group coaching calls for free included. Beyond that, we have an experts program where you can hire Teachable experts and virtual assistants and stuff like that. Kim, how long does it take to be up and running? Can we recommend starting with like a mini course? like that's based off of your topic. Don't create your full course once like immediately. So I would start with a mini course, and that would typically take, you know, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks to actually create the mini course, if that. Perez, you can turn on and off downloading of files on your site, but instead of being like really scared about people accessing your content, I would let people download your content because it makes the student experience easier. People get really worried about this. They're like, you know, how can I make it so that they can never access my content except for exactly when I want them to? Guess what? They get more out of your content when they're able to use it when they want to. So let your users download your content. Like, it makes their lives easier. It makes them into repeat customers, and it makes your school better. If you're spending more time trying to figure out how to get people to not consume your content, that means you're not spending time finding ways for people to consume your content.
Yeah. Energy in the wrong place. There was any video upload quantity, any restrictions on video? So you can have an unlimited amount of video. The only restriction is 2 gigabytes per video, but that's a huge amount.
Allison, yes, you can change the school your paid subscription is associated with. You just downgrade that school, then upgrade the other school. It's easy. Hello says, can I create the course over time and publish at a later date? Yes. So Jenna, is there a way to integrate this with in-person workshops? Jenna, we find this is really great for doing like follow-ups and on-demand stuff. So, you know, you watch this online course and these videos before our workshop, and then after the workshop, you can say, okay, now take a look at this to reinforce these ideas. You can also use it as a value add. So like when you're pitching your in-person workshops for people, you can say, look, not only are you getting my in-person experience, but you're also going to get like free virtual access as well to the online pass stuff like that.
Excellent. Thank you. Super informative.
Oh, thank you,
You're
Jenna.
welcome, Jenna.
Appreciate it.
It's very kind of you. Does Teachable, oh, that is the question. Does Teachable offer email marketing help? Somewhat, yep. I would recommend asking in our Facebook group, and also check out our blog. There is an incredible amount of information on our blog, and I'll shoot you that link as well.
Alexander, which analytics tools in Teachable would be recommended based on your internal statistics? We recommend Google Analytics because it's free, and there's no reason not to install Google Analytics. I'd really recommend using that. Yes, PayPal can be used when students pay you. You cannot pay us in PayPal. We can't accept a PayPal payment for your Teachable subscription. Robin, you can downgrade at any time. Yes. Maj says, how often are webinars? So Maj, stay in touch. We do these regularly, but we can't guarantee the offer will be the same on the different webinars. Rahul, we used to have a built-in Udemy importer, and then Udemy threatened to sue us. So unfortunately, we can't do that right now. However, if you have those files in bulk, you can do a bulk upload like I demoed earlier. DeAndrea, if we're the ones paying you out, like if we're sending you that payment every 30 days, then we'll send you a 1099. Otherwise, it's up to you to do the accounting on the back end. You'll be getting paid from each student individually, so it would just be standard accounting.
Z, can you see a workshop again? I actually missed some at the beginning. You will get a replay in a few hours or so of this webinar. With Basic, how easy is it to customize the colors and the themes to match your logo and aesthetic? It is easy, and I'll shoot you an article on how you can customize that. How will I get the money?
We'll pay you out via PayPal every month. Otherwise, if you're on our pro plan, you can link your own Stripe and PayPal, and the money would go to you instantly. Allison, upgrade to professional. Allison, great to have you. Virtual high five, real high five. DeAndrea says, great, you two rock. Thank you, DeAndrea. And Ash's wonderful presentation, you guys. Thank you so much. Learned a lot.
So kind.
All right, it seems like we're wrapping this up. So we'll be around for a little bit. So if you have any more questions, Rahul, for marketing purposes, can I use affiliates from ClickBank? We don't have a built-in integration with ClickBank. We have our own built-in affiliate software though, so you can recruit affiliates and get them to sign up with you. So you can use your own school's built-in affiliate system, but we don't integrate with ClickBank affiliates.
You're welcome, Jamie. Any further questions? It looks like we've got 100 people still watching, so you can ask us anything, either about the offer, maybe the platform, what we had for lunch. Lovely Thai food.
It was pretty good Thai food.
It was delicious, yeah. Very good.
Any questions? Any more? Just one more. We'll take one more question before we wrap this up. So one more question before we wrap this up.
Raul says, got it. Thank you so much. You two are great. Thank you.
Magic Junkie, yes, we integrate with GetResponse. And in fact, Magic Junkie, GetResponse is a Teachable Enterprise customer. Check out their site, certification.
Oh, yeah.
.getresponse.com. Check that out, okay? And Mana, is it possible to offer a certificate at the end of a course? Yes, we do that right now with a third-party provider, but we're going to be bringing that in-house. We'll have our own native certificates. We're looking to do that this quarter.
Katie says, thank you guys. Love how knowledgeable you are, and I'm excited to work with you. We're excited to work with you too, Katie. And I think you were the one who said you're in Australia and wants to come to New York.
Appreciate you tuning in early. That means a lot.
Yeah, that is really early.
If we create school, are there any money charges? No, you don't get charged unless you upgrade the school to a paid plan. Then you put in your credit card.
Tay, what's your favorite course you've seen recently? I love the drone course that Cameron has shown, but also there's one on goats, milking goats, which is
like calcium deficiency for goats. Yeah.
Which I just would have no idea that would have a school, but there's a school and it's doing pretty well.
Perez says, what's the maximum number of courses I can teach? Unlimited. Seriously, we have schools with hundreds of courses. However, this has been awesome, guys, and it is time for us to wrap up. So we should probably end just by thanking everyone, because at the end of the day, there are lots of people out there interested in online courses, but not many people who actually take the time to learn, and you guys did. So on behalf of myself
and from me
and from everyone else here at Teachable HQ, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right. See you later, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.